everyone, it's Misty from the Jolly Fat Elf, and welcome to day 3 of my holiday card series. Today we're going to use two different stamp sets from Stampin' Up. I'm going to use the Cheerful Christmas and the Letterpress Winter, and we're going to create a card using the Trim the Tree Designer Series paper stack. If you haven't seen this, it's 48 sheets front and back, and they're 4.5 by 6.5, so they're perfect for us card makers. So I'll just flip through this real quick. And this is available in the holiday catalog. Okay, so today I'm doing a completely different color palette than you guys have seen me do, and probably that I think I would ever do. I'm actually going to do a card using traditional Christmas colors, number 1, and add in some brown. Now the colors in this Designer Series paper stack are Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, Crisp Cantaloupe, Pistachio Pudding, Sahara Sand, Early Espresso, and Whisper White. Instead of using the Early Espresso, today I'm going to use the Chocolate Chip, and I'm going to use the ornaments from this Cheerful Christmas stamp and this season's greeting from the Letterpress Winter to make a card. So let's get started. So I have a piece of Sahara Sand that I've cut to 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm actually going to stamp today on a clipboard, and that's just because I don't really have any scrap paper to put down, which is kind of crazy, but I don't. So I'm going to use this as to protect my work surface. And up further on my desk is my Stampin' Scrub, and I've already sprayed it down with mist because I'm going to be alternating between Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, and Chocolate Chip. Okay, first things first is I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment so I know just where to put my ornaments. Line that up. Now, a good thing to do if you're using a photopolymer for the very first time is to what we call season your stamp. And that's just to take your stamp and you stamp it off 4 or 5 times to really get it started and kind of acclimated to the ink. If that doesn't work, I know a lot of people stamp on top of a stamp pad, or not a stamp pad, what am I thinking? Like a piece of foam. Or you can also take like an emery board or something and lightly sand the stamp. But I find that sometimes just the good old stamping off 4 or 5 times works. So let me stamp my sentiment. I'm going to stamp it kind of down to the middle and the bottom. Okay, clean this real quick. Okay, I'm going to start with this rounded stamp. It's the one that has like the, like a viney, like the vines and the flowers. And I'm just going to tap, 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 and I'm going to start all the way over on the left and down. I'm going to clean that one. I'm going to pull my next one. I'm going to do the Garden Green. And I'm going to go up with this one. Clean that off. I'm going to take the round one and do the Early Espresso. No, Chocolate Chip. Chocolate Chip, Misty, it's Chocolate Chip. And I'm going to come down just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pull this skinny mini one. We're going to go back to the Cherry Cobbler. Go up. And we're actually going to end on Garden Green. I like odd numbers. And so I think 5 ornaments will be plenty. Plus we're going to run out of space. And that one's up, so this one's going to come down a little bit. Okay, that's our stamping. So let me close my ink pads, because if not, I will be an inky, inky, inky mess. Okay, then I'm gonna take a chocolate chip marker and I'm gonna use the fine tip. I'm gonna turn this toward me, and I'm just gonna make a string. And there's our focal panel, easy peasy. Okay, let me move this out of the way. So I've cut and scored a piece of chocolate chip cardstock. I cut it at 8.5 and scored it at 4 1/4. We're gonna use some snail to attach our piece of Trim the Tree Designer Series paper. I don't know if you can see that. It's the kind of the, I don't know, herringbone pattern with the Sahara sand and the early espresso. And this is the pattern on the back. Okay, then I'm going to attach this panel with dimensionals. And I've been trying to decide if I want it around the corners. And I think no, I'll just attach it. We'll see. So I'm going to put some dimensionals. You guys know I love dimensionals. Crazy amount of dimensionals. So I hope you guys are having a good November. I can't believe we're just a few days from Thanksgiving here in the United States. That's crazy. I have to work 3 days this week, and I know they're going to be the 3 longest days of my life. Always how it works out, right? Okay, I'm going to center this in the middle. Holy Toledo, Ohio. I really like that. Okay, and you know what I think I'm going to do? I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 Sahara sand for the inside of my card. And I wasn't initially planning on doing anything, but I think I'm going to stamp 2 of the ornaments on this bottom corner. So let me do this one in the cherry cobbler. Did I stamp it? And then, I like this little round one. He's cute. And the garden green. Draw some more lines. You could easily stamp something, but I just wanted to leave it blank to write a message to the recipient. Sometimes I can be either wordy, or sometimes my handwriting by the 25th or 26th card I'm writing is atrocious. So, okay. Gonna push that in there. And that's it. That's our card today. This may be the quickest card I've ever made in my whole entire life. So let me know what you think. I would love to see, read your comments. And if you like it, give it a big thumbs up. I would appreciate that. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Like I said, I'm trying to make it to 12. This is day 3. Hopefully I can get 9 more posted. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me. You can connect with me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook. You can find me by searching the Jolly Fat Elf. At the end slate, there's a button for you to go to Stampin' Up! And purchase the supplies you've seen here. All the supplies will be listed in the description bar below, as well as over at my blog, thejollyfatelf.blogspot.com. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Hope you have a fantastic week.